Hello my precious cinnamon rolls, my name is Fofo and I'm here back again playing Dead Secret. And everything's alright. A slight problem with my mouse, it seems to keep listing upwards. And previously we got into the Lunar Dream apparatus because the huntsman, woodsman, whatever was attacking us, and now we're in a corridor. And we can't go like in the doors or anything, we can only apparently go forward. We can't access the inventory or anything like that. Oh, I think we're just going on forever, and I think I remember. I think we need to turn around or something. Just see if I'm right. Keep going. Let's see, try going backwards. See what happens there. Snow. Yeah, okay. Looking great at there, a weird looking clay statue. I can tell it's really old. Some chalk. Our 4 suspects. Whoa! Jeez! Where am I now? Am I going crazy? He was pointing over here. Ah, light switch. Nothing happened. Maybe there isn't any electricity here. My head hurts. I think I lost consciousness. Find a way out. I think my mouse might be dying. It keeps... like, I'm not touching it right now. It keeps going slow. You see, it keeps going slowly upward. I'm not touching the mouse at all. My controller's not got anything pressed down on it, so... oh. I don't want to crank. Just started doing this today, so maybe if I reset the computer I'll stop doing it. I've not had this mouse for that long. J. Larry, daily log. God, this is so annoying. It keeps... stay still, mouse! January 5th, 1944. Harris died today, the whole squad gone. The thing is, it should have been me. I was supposed to be on that sub. I asked Harris to switch with me this morning right as the crew was boarding. Told him I didn't feel well. I never liked submarines. Harris was the only person I've ever thought of a friend. My associates in Chicago would stick a knife in my back without blinking an eye if they thought it would get them some dough. In fact, I'm sure that's what they intended to do the moment I step on this boat. Perhaps I should see Harris's passing of his opportunity. All of his things are here, his papers, his extra dog tags, the physics book he showed me. His passport is here. Everyone who knew us personally is at the bottom of the ocean. Maybe my dear friend Harris has provided me with a way out. Ah, so he's changed his identity, which explains a lot. Oh yeah, the crank. Can we get that piece of paper? Looks like we just walked past it, okay. Bunch of empty crepes. This must have been a profitable bootlegging. This is a distill. Still some alcohol left in here. That's a distillery. Old furnace. Seem to be able to open it now. Newspaper. Roosevelt signs Cullen-Harrison Act. Washington, D.C. Today, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Cullen-Harrison Act. All beer bottled into law. This gives states the authority to legalize the sale of beer and wine containing 3.2 alcohol or less from any of the act makes. The first step to dismounting the Volstead Act and ending prohibition. Supporters of the act argue that prohibition has led to a rise in organised crime. A lot of small-time bootleggers just went out of business, said a local restaurant owner who asked that his name be withheld. That explains what happened here. It's an empty jug. Empty moonshine. So we're going. Where was the tap? Was the tap just here? Let's get us some manky old alcohol. Moonshine. It smells like disinfectant. Okay. Alright, where was the generator? Jug full of moonshine. Yeah. So a generator just here. Yeah, okay. Hand crank generator. Hand crank. Okay, this thing, if I can get this thing going with one arm. Rats, there's nothing. Oh, right, okay. Do we put alcohol in it? Alcohol burns, right? Wouldn't want to drink it, but I bet this old moonshine burns pretty well. Whoa! Yes, I got the generator going. Where was the light switch? Ah, there's the light switch. Oh no, we won't work past it. Ah, they just opened the door, it didn't open the light, turn the lights on. Does that mean that piece of paper isn't a collectible? Ah, there we go, right. Bullard, I've made an incredibly fortunate discovery. A month ago, a student came by with an old newspaper clipping he'd run across in 1932 and contained a photograph of 4 men arrested at Chicago police post. One of them is a spitting image of our dear Bullard. The student thought the photo quite curious, particularly because the man pictured is identified by a different name, James Lowry. I left it off as coincidence and sent the student on his way that evening. Ah, this mouse. However, I am consumed with the insane idea that perhaps this was not happenstance after all. Could it be that in 1932 our own Alice Bullard was arrested under a different name? With the right connections, confidential police files are as easy to access as public records. I received today a carbon of James Lowry's 32-year-old arrest report. He was suspected of laundering money for a criminal organisation but was never formally charged. Sometime between his arrest and release, his mugshot was taken. Thankfully, this photo was included in the document, so I say, sent it out with Bullard, and it seems there was more to our mutual friend than meets the eye. Best regards again, William. Bullard isn't really claim to read yet. Figured that out already. So that's the way out. Let's just check if there's anything else here. Can we put the... It helps us see a little bit better, but there's a ladder. We can't... What do you need a ladder for in here? Old barrels. Furnace. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Oh, he's waiting. Oh, something's out. Something's hanging from the ceiling now. Dead. I think that's one of the people who wasn't responsible for the murder. Yeah. It's a body and it's still warm. He's dead. I have to get out of here. That was where we were earlier. That's when I said it looked like a medieval fortress down here. We were up there and somebody got pushed down the well by the look of it. Okay, so what we got left? We got this thing, which goes in the study, the record, which goes in the study. Coffee can, which I still haven't remembered what to do with. There's the well. Bootlegging room was hidden at the bottom as well. There's the shed we came out of. Or rather didn't. We were in the lunar dream apparatus and then we weren't. Ah, that's why we couldn't open this door. There's a plank of wood on it. Let's just get that. Wood with this board. Okay. It's time to understand. The dead man in the underground room was Great Wellington. And said that mean the man in the raincoat is somebody else, but who? The truth about Harris Bullard is he's an imposter. So Bullard's entire life was a forgery. Went through a lot of trouble to cover his past. Why? The man we knew as Harris Bullard is really James Lowry. He stole his identity. Oh, hello, Ghosty. We're seeing them without the lenses now, so it's, if you had this much food, what was Bullard paying Bobby Sawyer to get? Oh, wait, did we notice that note in there before? Ah, it's the crystal cave, which I'm not going to read. It's okay. Oh! Okay, so put... if my mouse would listen to me, put the record on. Small key, looks like the kind used for a padlock. There's a piece of paper and all. Dear Harris, I understand why you've not responded to my previous letters, so I've made every effort to avoid me, why you never wrote to me during the war. I didn't want to admit it, but I'm tired of playing the fool. You found someone else, you don't love me, and the more I understand. I'm not angry with you about it, you're a vile man, I thought you died in the war. Here you are living without us in Chicago, pretending to be out. When I knock on your door, I want to look in your eyes and ask you the truth. I don't need to anymore, you can run that little apartment of yours for okay. What I do not understand is how you could do this to your own child. Our child, the child you've never met. The child I've raised for the last 5 years while you're doing God knows what in the Philippines. The child who has a father that came back from the war and won't even visit, won't even call. You no longer want me. I understand what you've done to your own little one. I will never forgive you, Rosanna Turner. The address is on the circles on the back. What did we find that was padlocked? Padlock. I don't remember. Oh! The freezer. In the basement. Right. Of course. No, this way. What? Okay. That was weird.
Hypothermia. Kills in a matter of hours and leaves no mark. Bullard died in his freezer. Or was it James Lowry? Now that I've gathered all the pieces, I just need to put them together. A scientist with a past, a dead colleague, an ex-wife down on her luck, a girl with no father, and a boy with no future, a snow woman, a full moon. Now I just need to get out of here alive.
Whoa! Every time that gets me. Oh, we're back in the corridor again. think this is actually the end of the game. Barely see you. Alright, this is the final thing. We have to basically who killed Horace Bullard? Josie. Is on fire, and Woodcutter is in the Lunar Dream apparatus. Whoa, that was a loud motorbikes. Never did anything with that coffee can. Josie's just injured. She's trapped under the floors. You don't have to rescue her. And here's the police coming, ambulance, whatever. The real one, not outside. I mean, not the real one, the one in the game, not outside. Jeez, brain.
I barely managed to pull Josie from the house as it burned to the ground. All of Bullard's research, his equipment, and his secrets burned with it. Josie Herrera was arrested for the murders of Harris Bullard and Graham Wellington. My story of blackmail, murder, and my narrow escape from a deranged killer made headlines. In January, I start at the Chicago Tribune. I never told them about James Lowry, or that Josie's last name is really Turner. Those secrets are mine alone.
And that's the end of the game. I hope that was fun to watch. My mouse isn't getting too annoying right now. Hopefully I'll fix it before next time I do a video. So, it's end of a horror game, and I'm not decided what game to play next. I got a couple of ideas, but if you've got a horror game you want to suggest for my Friday horror slot, please. This is the different endings we've done. This is ending us is the good ending. So that was the one we just got. So if you have a horror game you'd like to recommend I play, it needs to be either available on PC or to be emulated on PC, because I don't have a capture card. Feel free to leave comments, and you can follow me on Twitter as well. So end of episode.